Hi there, Sabrina.
Hello, Michael.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So, can you tell me about the Special Kids Crusade program, specifically the REACH community recreational programs?
Of course I can. All right, so just to give you a little bit of background about the Special Kids Crusade, we are a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and our mission is to develop resources, raise awareness, and provide support for developmentally disabled children and their families. So we have a bunch of different programs that run through different avenues of the community. However, I specifically am the most knowledgeable about the REACH community programs, and I am the REACH program coordinator. I work directly under the community programs director. So two of the programs that we currently offer through REACH we have a REACH basketball program. This is our brochure. It's one side of it. And then we've got a REACH theater program as well. So, and these both run during different times of the year. The basketball program runs during winter, so typically like January through March is when we do that program. And that has two locations, one in Seaside and one in Salinas. So the basketball program is, I believe we take kids from ages 6 to 22 for the basketball program. And that is just, we get all these volunteers from the community. We have a lot of military volunteers that help out, a lot of CSUMB students for service learning purposes and whatnot. And what we'll do is for about 2 hours, they will play, or actually it's only an hour, but typically it's between people packing up and leaving and going. It's about 2 hours that we spend there as a whole. And they work one-on-one with like a coach and a partner. And it's all sort of about getting people to just the interaction. So you want to provide these kids with an outlet for physical exercise, and at the same time you want them to be amongst a group of peers and interacting with those peers and having fun and just building confidence. And so that's the whole focus of the basketball program, which is pretty awesome. And that runs for 6 Saturdays. So it's like a 1 hour session each Saturday for 6 Saturdays.
So about 6 hours total.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a somewhat short program. And then the REACH Theater program is a partnership that we have with Aerial Theatrical in Salinas. Okay. And so this is a little bit more of an intimate program than the basketball program. Basketball is more just to release some physical, energy, and so it's great for kids that want to play sports but aren't able to participate on teams with typical peers, so it's great for bridging that gap. And then REACH Theater is a theater arts program that we do at Aerial Theatrical, like I mentioned. So that's 6 Saturdays as well, but that's 2 hours. And then at the very final day, we have a performance for friends, family, whoever wants to come and buy tickets. And so REACH Theater is the same sort of setup where each individual that signs up will have sort of a one-on-one buddy, and that buddy will coach them, help them. A lot of our kids are afraid to be on stage, or they, it's a new experience for them, something they've never done before. They've never had people come and watch them on stage and applaud for them and all of that. So, so these volunteers that we use are through Aerial, so they're all sort of somewhat trained actors. Okay. So that program, I believe we take ages 12 to 22. So it's a little bit older because it's a little bit more demanding. The kids are memorizing lines, they have parts, so that's a bit more intimate, and I would say that's probably my favorite of the two programs. And so currently we're working on expanding and adding in new programs, but these have both been running. REACH Theater has been running for about a year, and REACH Basketball used to be called VIP Basketball, and so that's been running for several years. Okay. So those are those two programs. And it's great. We've gotten so much positive feedback from parents just saying that, the programs help build their child's self-esteem. They made friends with typical peers that they might never have had the chance to interact with. Okay. So yeah, that is one of our many programs.
Oh my. And this pretty much just helps them to, be involved, release energy?
Yeah, I think for me, the first time I ever did the theater program, it was really amazing how I realized that, throughout my life, I've had endless opportunities for my parents to come and watch me receive an award or, play in a soccer game or be on stage and play the piano. And for these kids, this is the first time that they've ever had something like that. So it's a really beautiful experience. And I know that it builds a lot of self-esteem for the kids, and it helps connect them to community resources that they might never have had a chance. And so in the theater program specifically, we're also hoping that after a certain amount of time spent in Reach Theater, perhaps these kids could even join the regular programs at Aerial Theatrical. And so we're also hoping to build some development as well, not just for the fun aspect of it,
right,
but to really get kids that might not have had a chance to join in on something like that,
right,
the opportunity.
Allow them to.
Yeah, exactly. In a welcoming environment that, they're really, it's really all about having a good time, and, so yeah, exactly.
All right.
Did you have any other questions?
Not at the moment. What? So I see there's a couple other different programs.
Definitely.
Can you like a little bit of a rundown?
Of course, yeah. I'll give you a rundown on those. So I work specifically on the REACH programs,
right,
but these other programs that we have are all something that I've had a little bit of a taste of. So we have a program called Including Special Kids, and that is a community partnership with the Boys and Girls Club. And we have locations in Monterey, Salinas, so Seaside, and Santa Cruz, and we even have two locations in San Jose as well. So this is one of our bigger programs that's,
right,
it's probably the most successful at the moment. And this is it's different. It's similar to REACH, but it's different in that these kids also have one-on-one buddies, but these buddies are paid by Special Kids Crusade, and they're called our inclusion assistants.
Okay.
So they're paid, they're trained, they go through a certain amount of training before they can be an inclusion assistant, and the goal of this program is also development and community integration. So the kids that are enrolled in the Including Special Kids program go to Boys and Girls Clubs just like normal children do, and their inclusion assistants help them learn how to interact with these kids. And they practice all these different skills, from putting together a puzzle to working out and playing basketball, and so there's a wide range of development that's covered.
As a way to integrate.
Exactly. So that's a way to, if your child is having a hard time at school, if they're being bullied or they're not able to make friends, or just any one of those circumstances that special needs families often face. Including Special Kids is designed to help ensure that, at some point, to just help them figure that out and help them learn how to interact. And, so that's the goal of the Including Special Kids program. And then in addition to that, we also do ability awareness trainings. And I actually had the privilege of sitting in on one of those 2 Fridays ago. And so this is a really neat thing that we do. It's sheerly volunteer based. No one gets paid for being there. It's typically run by our we have people from the board of directors that will run the ability awareness trainings. And so what this is they'll go out to either a camp. So the one that I participated in was at Whispering Pines Day Camp. So they were trained. It was an attempt to train camp leaders or camp counselors, but they will also go to schools, to all different locations, and it's just an attempt at giving